fans, the game is over. Welcome to the Potawatomi Sportsbook postgame show. Bet above the rest. Only at the Potawatomi Sportsbook, Milwaukee. After the last pitch, you've made the switch for 21 seasons. We'll hear from the manager, the players, and the highlights from the game. It's time to talk about the game and the team with Tim Allen and Tommy Wortz on the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network.
It is a final, and the results are good. A Brewers 16-2 victory to take game one of this four-game series against the San Francisco Giants. Welcome in, everybody. It's the Potawatomi Sportsbook postgame show here on the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network. There's Tommy Wortz.
Hey.
My name is Tim Allen. Sweet 16 tonight.
Wow. I mean,
look at this.
Jeff Levering, did he say double snowman?
He had to have.
Come on.
We were getting some off-air work done toward the end of this game, so we didn't get a chance to listen to the TV call, but he's into snowman.
Oh, love snowman, dude.
But double snowman, he had to have said.
Oh, he was losing his mind. You know he was. Jeff loves snowman. Double snowman. Come on.
All right. A new high water mark for the Brewers here in the 26th championship season of 15 games over 500.
Well, also a season high in runs, also a season high in hits. And I don't have confirmation, but I don't remember a game in which they drew 11 walks either in a game.
Drawn 12. For some reason, 12 jumps at me.
Well,
I don't know
let
why.
me check the game logs here. I can do that.
I could be wrong, but 11 walks drawn. They scored more runs and had more hits in this game than they've had in the last four games combined.
That's correct. I didn't even think of that until once the words started coming out of your mouth. I was like, oh, my God, you're right. Like, that's crazy.
The last four games combined.
Jeez.
I mean, think about that. That is the inconsistent offense there. But, man, you score 16 runs. Okay, if somebody told you, without watching the game.
Okay.
Hey, man, the Brewers scored 16 last night in a 16-2 win. How many home runs would you guess the Brewers hit?
And I mean,
3?
And by Jake alone in that game. I don't know what you're talking about.
But I mean, you'd guess 2 or 3, I would think, right? But not the case. Not a 1. It's amazing. We'll get into some of the numbers a little bit later on. But I think what this also did, this offensive output here, it also, put a few pitchers in line again to be available. I mean, you have Harrison tomorrow night. However, games 3 and 4, Wednesday, Thursday, you don't have a starter listed as a probable.
Right.
So Chad Patrick went 1 inning tonight. I would say he's a candidate to open either Wednesday or Thursday.
I agree. I thought it was weird he didn't go further, but you would have to think that's setting him up to be an opener. By the way, 11 walks also done on the 18th of April in the game against Miami. So they match a season high in walks, a season high in runs, and a season high in hits for your Milwaukee Brewers tonight.
23-8 in your last 31. All right, they're rolling a little bit. Here's June. Here we are. It's June. Hey, don't look now. You want to talk Rengifo?
No, gosh.
He was on base 4 times, a couple of hits, a couple of walks.
Well, don't. I got more on the text line. Don't you wait. The 262 is Hamilton good. I think Yelly heard all the smack talk last night.
Oh, maybe. Maybe, just maybe. I think over the course of years, I think Christian may have heard me refer to an Ofer with 3 strikeouts as a Sister Christian night. Maybe. So I'll call him Mr. Christian tonight.
Mr. Christian.
Yes, he is. And it was funny. He was still in the game late in the ball game. I thought that was interesting. I mean, that back, you're going to have to protect that a little bit, but Turan came out of the game. I think he was one of the first in the barrage of moves heading into the 6th or 7th inning there. Hamilton made a nice grab playing the second base position. I don't know if you caught that catch. That was a great catch.
Yeah.
From Hamilton. And you guys at American Family Field, 28,000 100 plus.
Is that counting Pablo Sanchez or not?
Okay. You're going to bring that up?
I mean,
you're going to bring that up?
What do you mean? First of all,
you're going to bring it up. That's fine.
Do you know
I'm living my life on the air.
Do you know how expensive those seats are that Pablo Sanchez was sitting in front of right there? If I had bought a ticket and Pablo Sanchez's big ass head sits right in front of me, I'm going to be pretty ticked off. But the Brewers did put up 7 runs the inning he went and sat down in the first row. So
and that may be a thing.
Might have been a thing.
Yeah. So, but can we talk about, we'll just stay tuned for Pablo Sanchez news.
I got you.
Okay. Stay tuned for that. Also, stay tuned for our weekly visit with the Polish pipe bomb, Jeff Orlowski. He is on the mend. The pipe bomb will join us. If he wants to go into what he's been through, that's totally up to him, but be fun talking Brewers baseball with him. 36-21 now after the 16-2 victory. We'll get your reaction here on this on the Nicolay Law Talk and text line at 414-677-1250. A 7-run second inning. I mean, that's the one. That's the one you look at. The Brewers are down 2-0 after a Chapman 2-run home run. Jackson Chourio almost made that grab. I think he got rejected by the wall. And that's part of the maturation of playing outfield in the major leagues, man, or anywhere, really. You got to jump straight up. That your body kind of propels you into the wall a little bit. You got to make sure you're squared up to go up. But anyway, Brewers are down 2-0. Bauers, bottom half of the second inning, Bauers would strike out, but wait, there's more. He challenges and walked. Vaughn would fly out. Sal Frelick stepped to the plate and needed this.
The boiler showing. Ball ripped into right center. That is going to be up against the wall and a bounce. Bauer's going to be on the move around third. There's going to be a play at home. Here's the throw. It's late. Bauer slides in. It's a double from Sal.
The cheetah.
Brewers TV, the cheetah on the base pass. That is 2-1. Brewers were down. It brought up Rengifo, and he too needed this.
And we've got other resources, and he said, no, Aaron Fairfield works just fine.
Perfect. Let's trim up another run and tie this game. At least Rengifo with an RBI single, and we're all square, 2 apiece.
Yeah, he's starting to heat up a little bit as well. So the bottom of the order getting it done here.
Hamilton would lay down a bunt and reach. Oh, nothing changes with David Hamilton, right?
I mean, 37 exit velocity on that one too. It's just Matt Chapman's one of the best defensive third basemen in the league, and it's in his head. Even he couldn't even field it cleanly.
Yeah, and he was playing up.
Yeah,
he was ready for it. That's crazy. It brought up Christian Yelich. He would work a walk to load the bases for Jackson Chourio.
Line drive down the right field line. That is going to be a fair ball into the corner. 1 run's in. 2 runs are in. Yelich is held at third. Just fair down that right field line, and the Brewers have the lead.
There you go, Jackson Chourio. The Brewers were up 4-2 at that point. Second and third, 4 in, still just that 1 out for Bryce Terang.
Fly ball to center. It's back, and it's over the head of Cox. Here comes Terang. Chourio scores. Terang will stop at third.
Well, I think he snapped out of it. What do you think?
Yeah, we have a comment in from Mary on that Terang triple. Must be a Peter fan with that attempt of a catch.
There you go. 6-2 at that point, and Terang was halfway to the cycle with a double and a triple in the second inning. I was hoping. I was crossing my fingers. I was starting to look at former cycles for the Brewers. William Contreras wasn't wasting any time. First pitch, got it in play.
Can't leave in the middle of a rally. Here's Contreras. Left field, this is going to be deep enough to score Terang. Over is Schmidt. He makes the catch. Terang's coming down the line. Sac fly from Contreras makes it a 7-run second inning.
7 runs in that second inning. 10 men to the plate. 5 hits, 2 singles, 2 doubles, a triple, 2 walks, a sac fly, and a million pitches thrown. All right, they would add another one in the eighth. I'm sorry, in the fourth inning. That would make it 8-2, and of course, Levering had the snowman.
Yeah,
right there.
snowman call. It's always there.
And then they just moved on from there and made it a rout. 16. They would add another snowman. How about that?
2 snowmen. Yeah.
Yes,
I mean,
yeah.
it was beginning to feel a lot like Christmas. That was your line right there. Come on. You
That's
had
it.
it. You had it. 16.
That is it. At 36 and 21, it sure is.
Yes.
All right. Nicolay Law talking text line 414-677-1250. This is getting interesting, but this 10-day run here, we talked about it yesterday a little bit if you missed it. What we said was this, you have a 4-game stretch against the Giants. You play 3 against the Rockies. You play 3 against the A's. Nobody is accusing those 3 teams of being good. And what do you want out of it? Tommy, you were high end on this.
On what?
10-game prediction here in this series.
I was. Yeah. I think I said 8, right?
Yeah. 8. And I said 7's the
I
middle
said
ground.
they need a snowman if they're going to have this series.
Oh, it's getting frosty here tonight.
We have a comment that says, haha, Levering said they're up a snowman when it was 10-2.
There's another one.
We got to get him on the show to address the snowman allegations.
We do. And then play Frosty the Snowman. Hey, want to get your reaction on this one as you come out of American Family Field. And Pablo Sanchez, I think that name will entertain you when we talk about that in just a little while. It will be more proof that I just live my life on the air. And that's that. I don't know. I don't know if I should be embarrassed. Should I be embarrassed?
No,
by
you're
this?
too
No?
old to be embarrassed.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's true. All right, Nicolay Law talking text line 414-677-1250. Brewers runaway win tonight, 16-2. Potawatomi Sportsbook post-game show here on the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network. (16-2) the final. Brewers take game one of this 4-game series at American Family Field against the San Francisco Giants. Willy Adames' return. What do you think of Willy Adames? I think that dude was involved with the culture turnaround. I don't think he was at the front end, but right in the middle there, he maintained it. He was a huge part.
Okay, here's the question. Can you tell the story of the Milwaukee Brewers without mentioning Willy Adames?
It's tough to tell the story about this last decade.
Okay.
Without mentioning Willy Adames being part of it. Now, that was a big trade. That turned out to be a big trade.
Absolutely. Yeah. I mean,
when you look at what Drew Rasmussen has turned out to be, and what Willy Adames was and is, that's a high level trade.
How many?
I think you're right. It's tough not to mention him in this era.
How many home runs as a member of the Milwaukee Brewers does Willy Adames have?
30 home run seasons. I don't know. What was he acquired in?
He was
May
acquired
of 22?
May of 21.
21.
21,
Okay.
22, 23, 24.
I'm going to say 100 plus.
107 home runs as a member of the Brewers, Willy Adames.
That's huge, guys.
Oh yeah.
So it's nice to see Willy Adames. It's nice to see his team lose 16-2 also.
I agree. Yeah, that's the best part of seeing Willy Adames.
And so they get the win. They get to the 15-game over mark. They continue to roll. I don't know if you heard Tommy's leadoff show today, but when Murphy was talking about Bryce Terang coming out of it, did you happen to hear that? He said, "I promise you, he'll come out of it."
It's like going to the store and they don't have what you want.
It's a great story.
And you go to the store and you ask them, "Do you have it?" And they say yes. And you get there and they don't have it.
No.
And then you think, well, I'll just come back and get it. I'll get it. They have it. They'll get it. And I'll go back to the store when they have it. You could just tell Murph made that metaphor up right there on the spot. He did. That was not what he had planned to say 4 seconds before he said it.
That's right. And then he said, "Well, you've done everything you can. You've called. Now the second time you called ahead to make sure they had it, and they still didn't have it. And then so that's how his story was about essentially just saying that, hey, stuff's going to happen and Bryce Terang's going to come out of it. Couple of walks today, a double, a triple. That was good to see. And it did. I didn't care if it was against a good team, bad team or not. Also, this tarps off thing.
Yeah.
This is getting kind of crazy, isn't it?
Are we going to have to do a tarps off show eventually?
If this continues, I suppose.
I mean, if the Brewers make it to the World Series, we'll do the show tarps off.
For sure.
Yeah.
One whole show.
One whole show tarps off. I'm down with that.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Deal.
Or if they beat the Cubs in the NLDS, we'll do it that way again too.
Okay. Yeah. Anytime you eliminate the Cubs from their season, yes, that we have to do. Also, just in terms of the Joey chance.
Oh, God.
Oh, you soldiers are out there, man. Just keep doing it. I'll tell you what, they need to have a Joey Ortiz bobblehead and a shirt jersey, T-shirt jersey giveaway same night. You get them both. Joey Ortiz, number 3, and his bobblehead.
No, they don't.
That's going to propel him. He had
a
2-run double.
They made a bobblehead for Pablo Sanchez before they made one for Joey Ortiz.
We're going to get to that with Pipe Bomb. I need some ammunition on this.
Ooh, does Pipe Bomb know who Pablo Sanchez is?
Now he can look it up and make me look dumb.
No way he knows who he is. No shot. Well, maybe.
He might.
He's
younger.
He'll admit that he did or didn't know him. He won't.
He
will keep the integrity of knowing who Pablo Sanchez is or isn't.
I felt bad asking you. All right, we'll let the cat out of the bag. So I've been watching Brewers TV, listening to Brewers radio. Obviously, they've been plugging this bobblehead giveaway.
Yeah,
and I'm like, Pablo Sanchez, and the first time I heard it, I shook my head. I just went like quick shake. Yeah, I must have heard it wrong. Might have been Alex Sanchez.
Okay.
Okay.
Freddie
Played-
Sanchez.
Played for the Brewers. Gary Sanchez.
Yeah.
Maybe it was Gary Sanchez.
Mary said, I thought Pablo was Gary's brother. That's also coming.
So then a few more games goes by, and yeah, I heard it right. It's Pablo Sanchez.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought, who am I going to ask? Because I don't want to. I mean, should I know? I'm thinking, okay, well, maybe I bumped my head or something. And finally tonight, before the game ended, I said, Tommy, I hate to ask you this, but I have to. Who's Pablo Sanchez?
All right, Tim, the date is October 10th, 1997. How old are you at that moment?
Ooh, yeah. 20 something.
20-something. Okay.
No, it's about 30.
About
31.
30. I feel like if you're 30 and you don't know a video game character, that's not terrible. I don't know how much video gaming you were doing before that. I mean, Pong. Were you big into Pong?
Sure.
Yeah. Okay. Any other Pac-Man? All right. Yeah.
Pac-Man.
This Pablo Sanchez, very popular from the Backyard Baseball video game.
So
And you were-
Backyard Baseball. That's different than the show.
Yeah, very different. Yes.
Okay. Well, so should I have known in some way, shape, or form?
I'm surprised you didn't know, maybe,
Really?
but yeah, maybe a little bit. It's a pretty iconic baseball video game. It's like Tecmo Bowl, is so iconic for football, right? Backyard Baseball, probably right up there for baseball.
Going to hear from Pat Murphy in the next hour, so stick around for that. Pipe Bomb is going to join us next as the Brewers are rolling. Potawatomi Sportsbook postgame show here on the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network studios. There's Tommy Wortz, Tim Allen, 16-2. Brewers win.
Frosty the Snowman was a jolly, happy soul with a corncob pipe and a button nose and two eyes made
Jeff.
out of coal.
Hey,
Jeff Levering, double snowman night tonight.
Two. How can the Brewers be so hot and yet build two snowmen at the same time?
Roof open.
Oh,
beautiful night here in the month of June. It's Christmas in June. It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. The Brewers are playing. Hey, after this 6-2 victory, you look up and down this lineup, and I was just thinking about this during the break. Who needed a game like this most in this one? I mean, were you really, when I yelled after the first Frelick double, I was into it tonight. And I said, look, dude, you needed that, man. You needed that. Yeah. Now follow that up. He did have a hit taken away from him on a nice defensive play. Did come up with another double in the game. So a 2-for-5 night for Frelick.
I will say Bryce Terang breaking the 0 for 21 needed to happen too.
Needed it, but I mean, we expected it at some point. But yeah, I think you need it. Once it gets to 0 for 22, you don't want to start approaching, people saying, ooh, Counsell bad? 0 for 45 or whatever he was. I think it was 45. Rengifo, I think he needed a game like this. Joey Ortiz, despite it against a position player.
Gosh, Tim.
He did. Yeah, but see, a lot of times, even though it was a position player, though, Tommy, this can put things back on the rails for him.
I don't agree. I'm sorry. I just okay, he got the double with the bases loaded. It was off a position player. I don't think it changes my thoughts on this is the turnaround for Joey because
you never know,
because he didn't strike out like he did last time he faced a position player. No, I'm not in that yet. I mean, Perkins needed a hit against the position player and didn't get one either. Again, will the Brewers have more wins or will Blake Perkins' batting average be higher? It's at 92 now. His batting average
90. Okay. All right. So let's do this. Next time the Brewers have an 8 on the board, we're gonna reach out to Jeff and get him on.
Guaranteed. Yes.
Celebrate the snowman.
All right. Yeah. Maybe while he's on air. Scotty Tiffany says Joey Ohtani back. Yeah. Okay.
I love the Joey chance, though. It is just that's part of the journey that we're on. It's little things like that, man, that entertain me with Brewers baseball for sure. Potawatomi Sportsbook post-game show here in the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network studios. There's Tommy Wortz, Tim Allen, 16-2 victory. We're going to reach out to Pipe Bomb here, and he's celebrating a sweet 16-2 victory. As the Brewers now, and you guys, longtime listeners of the show, you guys know whenever I start singing, it's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. Things are going well. And it's just my way of just, celebrating a little bit. But these guys are proving a lot of people wrong here. We're now, 30 or 57 games in to the 26 campaign here and the 26 championship season. And they will be better. I'm not saying they will win at a better clip necessarily, but I'm saying they will play better baseball. And whether that equates to more wins than what they're doing now, it will be better baseball. There is a ceiling there to play better ball. And you have a game like tonight, which you need once in a while. You got to have it once in a while. The runaway victories that allow you to line up pitching a little bit better. And this may have helped a little bit.
Yeah.
You didn't go to Uribe. You didn't go to McGill. You didn't have Chad Patrick burn out here, just the one inning. So I think that leaves the door open on Wednesday or Thursday to have him open. Do you want Gasser back up? You might see it. Absolutely, you could see it. You might. I don't know if might is the word. I think I'm pretty assured that Brandon Sproat will get another start.
Oh, yeah. He has to. He has to. For the time being, he has to. We should ask our guy on the guest hotline powered by Gruber Law. One call, that's all. Pipe Bomb, Who needed this game the most, Pipe Bomb, today for the Milwaukee Brewers?
Well, the person who needed it the absolute most is whoever's taking Tim's drug sample, because wanting the Ortiz-Joey chance to continue.
Oh, I love
Is
that.
this April 20th? Is that what we're doing now?
420 show?
What are you talking about?
Joey.
Dude, I think
I'm not
he's
the
on
only
verge.
crazy. You're calling those fans crazy.
The only
Yeah,
person I
they're
know
all
with a bigger cult following than Tim Allen is Joey Ortiz. That's all I have right now for you, Pipe.
Well, I do think his numbers are going to get a lot better, because I hear for the next 3 weeks they're going to run into a whole lot of 57-mile-an-hour pitchers. And so he should be able to increase by maybe like 7 or 8 points. But he's still going to be absolutely terrible. Terrible.
We can go one further. I know years ago with Lyle Overbay, those of you watching on the video, remember these?
The O's?
Yeah. We could do that for Joey too, if you want. If you want, Joe,
Joe Zero.
we could do that. Okay, so Pipe Bomb, let me ask you. We were talking about it before. I don't know if I'm embarrassed about this or not. I really could care less, but I didn't know who Pablo Sanchez was. Did you?
No, I did look it up as soon as you guys started talking about him. I thought it was just a cute little dude, in the stands there. But yes, I would be pissed if I sat behind him. But what they need to do is bring him back tomorrow and have a race just from home plate to first base, because you don't want it to take like 3 hours pregame, but a race between Pablo and Gary to see who's faster.
Or maybe throw Andrew Vaughn in there too.
Why not put Pablo in the sausage race tomorrow? That
he
actually
would
does
get smoked.
He would get smoked. He might beat the chorizo. Although our good friend Hunter, he just keeps letting us know the chorizos won back-to-back at American Family Field. That might be the first time ever.
And that's great reporting right there.
Yeah, sometimes the ugly girl gets a prom date too.
Indeed. But they get the 16-2 victory. Shane Drowan, going back to the starter here, 4 innings, 4 hits, a couple of runs allowed. I thought he pitched decent. I did. And again, they weren't expecting a deep run for him. What did he end up? What was his pitch count, Tommy? They were expecting 65, 70-ish pitches out of Drowan.
And it looks like Drowan threw 68 today.
Okay, that's geez, right in the middle there. I mean, right to the number.
Yeah,
which is what Murph said pregame. But Shane Drowan, then you had Chad Patrick in there with just 1 inning. Pipe Bomb, I want to get your thoughts on this rotation right now. You've got Miz and Harrison. After that, with Henderson hurt, Priester hurt, Woody hurt, Gasser is south down in Nashville. So you have Sproat, Coleman, Crow, and Drowan. I mean, at this point, that's your rotation here in the 3-4-5.
Yeah, and you keep stacking wins. So this is amazing what they're able to do, because any other team that had those 5 guys, you'd sit there and there's no way they come even close to the amount of wins the Brewers are racking up here. Obviously, Sproat to get another start. Whatever. Am I sold on him? No. Has he been very impressive? No. But he's got a heartbeat, and his shoulder hasn't blown out. Now with Drone today, I did like his pacing. He just gripped it and ripped it. I do like that, but he needed to slow it down just a tick, because he didn't have the pinpoint control that the faster pitchers need to have to keep the speed up in the game. So if he can slow that down, slow his pace down just a little bit, one more, quick breath in between pitches, and then see what he can do, maybe we got something.
Murph seems to really like him, guys. A 5-6 pitch mix. And so, I mean, I guess the question would be, moving forward, if you had to, Drone or Sproat?
Right now or at the end of the year?
Just if you had to pick one of them just to stay in the rotation.
I think both of them will probably be getting the starts for the time being. I
Who's better?
Well, I think Drone's more MLB ready. I think if that's what you're asking, yeah, then I would rather. Yeah, hey, we got to win today, and our top 3 guys aren't available. Yeah, Drone, go.
I don't know, man.
What do you mean? Sproat gets shelled every time. What do you mean? He's erratic. He's all over the place.
I think there's more upside with Sproat.
Sure, maybe I would have said that before his last presser, in which it sounded like his dog died. Like that was not worth. I don't want to send him out there again at all.
Yeah, I was ready to grab the harp music and put it underneath Sproat on Saturday night after that start.
I just wanted to give him a hug. Like that.
He needs that.
He needs a hug. Big time.
He needed that.
Mitch Nellis on hug watch for him right now.
Pipe Bomb, what about you, Drone or Sproat?
There's no way I'm hugging Sproat. Who do I think has better upside right now today? Drone. Who do I think will have the better career when all is said and done? Same dude. So, do I think that Sproat, is hot garbage? No, I think he's got a chance to become a 4 or 4.5 starter in a rotation somewhere. But, is the sky the limit with him? No, I think the higher upside is by far with Drone.
Well, I want to bring up another point. Pipe Bomb joining us here on the Potawatomi Sportsbook post-game show. How about the bottom of the order today, Pipe? 7 hits, 9 times on base, 3 extra base hits, 2 RBIs from Luis Rengifo, Sal Frelick, and David Hamilton. Who do you trust takes today and runs with it and turns around and has a good stretch for the crew out of those 3?
Well, obviously, everybody's hoping it's Lasagna Boy. We've seen him have great seasons. We know what he can do. Finally starting to wake up a little bit. All signs are good. So hopefully that home cooking is just what he needed. Some of Mama's spaghetti sauce, and everything will be right with the world with him. As far as Hamilton and Alexander Hamilton and Rengifo, I haven't given up on those guys. And people ask me all the time, how could I be so rough on Joe Zero and still have a little love in my heart for Alexander Hamilton and Rengifo? Well, they haven't been here that long, and they haven't, just burned suck into my eyes like Joe Zero has for as long as I've had to watch his career.
Joey helps this team win, guys. He does. I'm not sure what's going to happen moving forward. We've talked about that quite a bit, but I mean, who knows what they're going to do?
Are you sure it's just not you admiring his facial lettuce, and you want to be able to go from a beard to a terrible looking beard to a B- C+ mustache?
Well, it is June. Let's go over some of the numbers here.
Oh, God. What are you doing? What are you going to make me look up? That I don't like this.
No, well, you remind people what Joey Ortiz did last year for a long, long time.
Yeah, he hit,
and then we're going to judge him here on 60 games.
Yeah, okay, he hit 260 for a good stretch.
Yeah.
All right.
So it's in him, and not that long ago. Rengifo, you got to go back to 24.
Yeah, I'll still take my chances with Rengifo, and I think if we were down at Potawatomi hanging out, the 3 of us with Luis. And Luis said, "Hey, here's $20. You got to we'll put it down. Who's gonna be better, Rengifo or Joe Zero?" I think all 3 of us would bet on Rengifo.
Ooh, I don't know. I don't think I would actually. I
would too.
Look,
I would, but you
would.
I think I would go,
dude. Rengifo. Yeah. No, this no mo Rengifo for show. That's what we said yesterday. It's no more. I mean, today, sure, good day. I'm happy for you, Luis Rengifo. But if you're telling me pick one to stay on the team, Joey for sure.
Oh, no chance.
Okay, moving forward. Okay, I could understand that, but just in terms of. Let's say the next 30 games, who's going to hit better?
Rengifo.
I agree with you.
Oh, God. Well, that's because he's going to get more consistent playing time too, probably.
Well, I don't know.
Oh,
Did
put all
Joey
the
lose his
excuses
job?
you need on there too, Tommy.
Did Joey lose his job? I mean, how many games has Ortiz started in the last week?
Let me see here. I'm pretty confident that Joey Ortiz played. I think he had 4 ABs in the Houston series. So let me look at the schedule.
I think he's
here.
got 1 start in the last 4 games, 5 games.
Yeah.
Brewers lineups over the last couple of days. He played in the Miz game. He did play in the Sprout game as well. Started in that game.
Started in the last
3
games 2 and
games.
3 in Houston.
3 games in a row. He didn't start today, but he started the last 2 games in Houston, and then his last start was over 4 days from that, I think.
Yeah, so that's what I'm thinking about. So he has 2 starts in about 7 games. Yeah.
Well, if Pipe Bomb was a manager, he wouldn't be on the team. So it's way ahead of schedule.
No, he would get his walking papers on the next road trip, and he wouldn't be allowed on the team plane.
I mean, to Tim's point, from June 1st till the end of the year, Joey Ortiz did hit 261 and had a 659 OPS, which is not great, but still.
What was his on base?
295.
Yeah, so that was bad. We'll take that average, but that on base, that had to improve.
Yeah.
But 261, we'd all celebrate that right now.
Sure, we would do that. I mean, but how many Brewers are even hitting today is actually a good day to check on how many Brewers now are hitting over 261. So we have Yelich, Churio, Terang, William, Bowers, and Vaughn, all 270 and up. By the way,
come on, Wenzel, Pipe Bomb, you and I the last 3 years have been looking up and down that lineup and wishing they had batting averages just like that.
Yeah. Yeah, it is amazing. And the fact that they're all doing it now when the pitching staff is decimated. They're needed the most and they're delivering the most. Yes, there have been some ugly games where, like you guys talk about all the time, where runs are painful. And that is still true more often than it should be. But, we're starting to see this offense come together. The whole Vaughn, getting going. And Tommy, I thought you were just absolutely nuts with the Jake Bowers thing. Mm-hmm. And, man, I've had to eat a lot of Cameron Crowe because of how well Bowers has played. So... And I'm happy to do it because, I hope all these guys prove me wrong. I hope Joe Zero hits 800 for the rest of the season.
Yeah.
But everybody knows that's impossible for him.
It's impossible for any ball player, to be fair.
Right. It's impossible for any ball player, but it's super impossible for him. It's snowman impossible for Joe Zero.
You mentioned Andrew Vaughn. And so now in a Brewers uniform, he's got under his belt about half a season.
Yep.
Half a full season. Look at these numbers. How do you keep him out of this lineup? I don't think you can. I just don't. Now, is he an everyday player? Is he going to play one of those guys that you prorate out and he's going to play 156 games? No. But
why not?
For the most part, he's got to be in there every day. He just has to be. Give him his typical 1 day off a week or whatever you want to decide.
He's 145 game player when he's healthy all day. Why wouldn't you? Why would you not?
316 batting average, 360 plus on base percentage in half a season in a Brewers uniform.
In his Brewer career. This year, the number is even better. Right. Yes. To your point. That was his Brewers career numbers. This year, 354, a 933 OPS right now in his time coming back from the injury.
How do you sit that dude?
I
don't think you can.
We were singing Christmas carols opening up this segment. Did the Brewers finally unwrap a solution? First and third have been just absolute nightmares for this team for 20 years. It's funny. I was watching, I've been doing nothing but scrolling on Twitter a lot. And so old Vogelbach highlights and stuff.
Nice.
And, I remember those, oh yeah, you remember him? And, just flash in the pan and then turns into hot garbage. Hopefully Vaughn is the answer, at least one of those positions. and then we can turn all our focus on fixing third base.
Do you remember the garbage sample size of his splits against righties suck for Andrew Vaughn? Yep. And now he's hitting 279 against right-handed pitching. Like, he didn't get to play against righties. And so he was hitting 190 in, however many at-bats that was. And his numbers against lefties, to be fair, I mean, he's got a 1,300 OPS right now against left-handed pitching and 22 ABs. So you got to put him in against lefties. He's hitting over 5. He's hitting 500 on the season. But the righty, to make the argument of his splits, what are you going to judge him on when he's coming back off of an injury, playing one game earlier in the season? Put him in the damn lineup.
And you have to. At this point, the numbers are screaming that. Now, things happen. Sometimes there's an outcome to a negative thing. Andrew Vaughn gets hurt, and it truly allowed Jake Bauers in to get a ton of playing time.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. And he, at this point, he's earned the playing time where I don't know who said it. I heard it, but I agreed with it wholeheartedly. It was on one of the broadcasts where you can't take him out of the lineup. I'm talking about Bauers.
Yeah.
You can't take him out of the lineup. Pipe bomb, that was emanating from an injury to Vaughn. And if Vaughn doesn't get hurt, now Jake Bauers, we don't get the production that we're seeing out of him.
Right. And, there's a lot of reasons why injuries are bad. And then there's very rare occasions like you were just talking about with Vaughn, where and Bauers and both being allowed playing time and seeing what both of these guys are able to contribute on a night in, night out basis, where sometimes injuries work out in the long run for you. It's happened to the Brewers in the past where a lot of these lesser known good dudes on the end of the bench get playing time in the early to middle part of the season. And then all of a sudden, what do you know? The Brewers that were supposed to do nothing have won the division yet again. And they're rocking into the playoffs with those same dudes that everybody thought were cast-offs that now have decent playing time and have a lot of experience standing at the dish, and they're going to war in the playoffs.
I got one more thing for you, Pipe Bomb. The Brewers, fun enough, I was telling this to Tim, I forget when the number was, however long ago now. The Brewers are 8 games from being 500, a snowman away from being 500 all time in the National League. You know that now, Tim?
Yeah, that's crazy.
So they have to get 8 games more above 500, which I believe. So what are they now? They're 15 games up. They'd have to be 23 games up above 500. What does that put them at? Like 93 and 69 at the end of the year? They'd have to win 93 wins.
Yep.
Are the Brewers going to be above 500 in the National League at the end of the year?
They could be.
Absolutely.
Yeah, they should be. I mean, playing like this, they will be.
Yeah, and you can't tell me that at least 2 of the teams, we're in the toughest division in baseball, and you can't tell me every team in this division is going to finish over 500 because I'm old enough to remember Pittsburgh and Cincinnati. So you can just cancel them out now. St. Louis is playing over their head too. And so they'll get back to what they do best, and that's suck. And so, yes, there will be a lot of easy in-division wins when these teams start coming back down to earth a little bit. And, yeah, they'll definitely end up over 500. This is kind of like, longtime Packer fans, us olds who sat there and forever that season series against the Bears, it was always Chicago with more wins than Green Bay. And it took the Favre and Rodgers era to sit there and surpass it, and now it's blown so far out of the water that hopefully that never comes back around to being close again.
All right, we'll wrap up here with, again, you will admit that you did not know who Pablo Sanchez was?
No clue.
Do you play video games at all, Jeff, growing up?
Mike Tyson's Punch-Out.
Yeah.
Yes. There were a few. Was I ever a big video game guy? No. I like women.
Sorry. And just finally, did you want to make any comments just to let the Pipe Bombers out there know that you're doing okay and all that with your stuff that you had?
Yeah, thank you. Just want to say thank you to everybody who reached out, all the, T's and P's and all that stuff. Went through a couple surgeries and all that on my feet. So, when getting old sucks, take care of your diabetes. I'm tired of going into the hospital and coming out with less things than I went in with. First it was a gallbladder, then it was a belly button. Now it's a pinky toe. So I got a long way to catch up to six toe, but right now I'm 9 toe. But hopefully I don't catch up to six toe. But take care of yourselves out there. Be good. But I appreciate all the warm wishes, man. Your boy's all right, on the mend, and a few more months, hopefully walking and driving again, and everything will be back normal.
It's great to hear. It's great to hear. We were thinking about you, man, throughout that process there. I mean, there is the spleen, though. Is that next? You don't need that.
Probably. It could be worse, but it'll be something else. I just will keep losing things. But I'm Polish. I forget stuff all the time.
Pipe Bomb, thank you, dude. We love you.
Thanks, Pipe.
Thanks, boys. Appreciate it.
Take it easy. All right, there he is. Pipe Bomb on the guest hotline, powered by Gruber Law. One call, that's all. Brewers 16-2. They get the win. I like that round table. Love it, love it. There's Tommy Wortz, Tim Allen. They get the victory. We'll hear from Pat Murphy. We're going to hear from Terang.
Terang.
Oh, we are going to hear from Bryce. Electric interview with Bryce Terang.
Guaranteed. Get your popcorn.
Yes.
That's what I always say.
Potawatomi Sportsbook post-game show after a big Brewers victory to take game 1 of the 4-game series over the Giants here in the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network studios.
The game is over, and it's time to hear from the skipper on the Potawatomi Sportsbook postgame show with Tim Allen and Tommy Wortz on the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network.
Pre-game, did you feel like the team had been fully clicking? Feel like their offense was clicking tonight?
I mean, we had a big inning there. That's a big inning. It gets a good pitcher. That's a good sign. You think about Bowers' challenge there. That started the whole thing, and then bunch of guys. Sal swing the bat great. Vaughny doing his thing. Terang. Yelly having some good at-bats. Hamilton, wow, the way he's playing. Fun game.
You said before the game, Terang kind of been hitting into some bad luck. Did you just kind of feel like he was on the verge of breaking it?
Yeah, I mean, the way he swung the bat yesterday with the 3 hard knocks, it all got caught. You know what I mean? And, it's just a matter of time. He's still taking his walks. They're pitching to him really, really tough. He's never hit third, over and over. And there's something to it, So proud of him, the way he hung with it and came out big tonight. Proud of Sal, the way he swung the bat. And Hamilton's just getting better and better defensively, offensively. Churio had a couple huge at-bats for us tonight. But the pitching staff, again, Drowan, his first year in the big leagues, rookie, and he goes out and throws 4 innings. It was a good job. Patrick Hall and Anderson and Woodford, throw up zeros. Let's not underestimate that.
Was there any specific qualities of the at-bats in that 7-9 inning that you saw that stood out?
Yeah, most of the hits are, take what he gives me. You know what I mean? If the guy's trying to sink the ball on your hands, you can't let that happen. You know what I mean? If that's going to happen, that you're not putting that ball in the play the right way, you're going to get in trouble. So the fact that we stayed inside those balls that were middle and didn't try to pull them, I thought it was a good plan. And that kid's good. His number's good coming into this. Am I right? So it's a good team over there. They got plenty of firepower. You want to talk about a lineup. I don't know if you guys follow it, but if you do, what Schmidt's doing this year, and then the rest of the guys, Dever, he's been an all-star. Arias has been an all-star. Adamas has been an all-star. Chapman's been an all-star. That Eldred's kid looked like he's got a huge future. Lee's only hitting 300. It's a pretty good team over there.
Recently, I feel like he's starting to swing the bat a little bit more freely and comfortably.
Yeah, I mean, he's made some adjustments. No one has been tinkered with more than Hamilton, and to see him handle it all and do what he's doing, he knows he's found a home back where he started, and he knows we believe in him, and it's showing up. He's having fun.
You've got to talk before about just needing him to stay on the ball a little longer on certain pitches.
That's right. Yeah. He had a whole front side get out of there type thing going on. And he only kind of handled one pitch. Now he's starting to handle more pitches and more areas. And, I mean, he's been great for us. He really has.
You mentioned Frelick there. Does that go back to trusting, as you say, you trust your players and trusting them?
I trust him. That's for sure. He made some adjustments. Him and Yelich took as many swings today as any humans could possibly. They worked early and worked often. And,
So you talked about your bullpen tonight. How difficult is it to stay engaged? They give up 1 hit over the last 5 when the game kind of gets out of hand. It's still pretty good.
Well, all those guys are relatively young to the big leagues, and they know that that's the mission. If you're going to lose your focus, you can come back and lose your locker. You know what I mean? So there's and they know that's true. So I think they're pretty locked in to understand they got a job to do in those situations. To win a Major League Baseball game is very difficult, and it seems like it was easy tonight. It's not easy, and That's what those guys have to do in those situations because you don't want to go to other guys.
Would you ever be in favor of the conversation about a mercy rule in Major League Baseball when the other team decides to throw a position player?
Yeah, I haven't thought through that. I'm sure there's pros and cons to it, but I haven't thought through that enough. Are they both good players? No, I just wanted to get Terang off his feet for an extra half hour, and to be honest, I want to get Perk's been maybe the most unlucky hitter we've had. His numbers are ridiculously bad, and he's hit some balls tremendously hard, especially right-handed. So I wanted to get him a couple of bats.
We talked about the young guys, fairly throwing cherry on him. Got hits tonight, he played well. What does it say about an organization that just can have homegrown talent play together and drive to the big leagues with high fun play? Yeah,
I mean, I think that's it. I think that the whole deal is you got to build your farm system. That's the way teams, I think, have to build greatness. You have to build a farm system, and then it's the most economical way, and it's the way that a lot of us have to operate.
Who gave the crew some breathing room? What play was it? It's time for the insurance run of the game, brought to you by G2 Insurance, your friend in insurance. On the Potawatomi Sportsbook postgame show with Tim Allen and Tommy Wortz on the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network.
Okay, a big win, 16-2, and G2 Insurance run of the game brought to you by G2 Insurance, your friend in insurance. Your boy ended up with how many walks?
4.
Oh, he did have 4 walks.
That first walk was massive.
That was a big walk.
It was a big walk.
Agree.
It would have been a strikeout. Yep. Ends up scoring the first run because of it.
He was the leadoff hitter in that 7-run second inning. But Bauer's 0 for with 4 walks. Okay. However, the game was tied at 2. I think this would be constituted as the insurance runner runs of the game, the Churio hit.
Yeah, that's what I was going to go with.
Yeah.
Line drive down the right field line. That is going to be a fair ball into the corner. 1 run's in. 2 runs are in. Yelich is held at third. Just fair down that right field line, and the Brewers have the lead.
Wait, I got to confirm or deny something here, too, just in case.
Ground ball right side, through base hit. 2 runs will score. On his way to third as the ball gets away from Lee. They're going to send Bowers now. And now he holds up at the last moment. No. 2 runs come across on the hit by Vaughn.
How about Vaughn? How hot is he?
Oh, I was just wondering. I wanted to see if he said they were up a snowman, and that one we hadn't played it.
Your boy had a base running mistake right there.
Oh, we're not we're going to talk about base running mistakes in 16-2.
I'm just saying.
My boy was out here trying to get people RBIs. He was taking one for the team, okay? That's what my boy was doing. He's not even my boy on that play. He's their boy. That is Jake's. Jake is a man of the people. He's a man of his teammates.
Well, there's your insurance runs of the game.
You could have picked 14 other ones along the way. Running a business is like a championship run. One bad hit can take you out of the game. G2 Insurance Services specializes in keeping your business and reputation protected. They offer tailored solutions for restaurants, professional liability, and workers' comp. They represent top carriers like Erie to find the best combination of coverage and price. Get the defensive line your business deserves. G2 Insurance Services in Brookfield. Online at g2ins.com. G2 Insurance, your friend in insurance.
We will hit our nightly rewind button on the other side of this break as the Brewers win 16-2. We're going to go way, way back. I'm just kidding. We're not going that far back at all. Stick around. We'll have that for you on the other side. Potawatomi Sportsbook postgame show here in the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network studios. (16-2), Brewers beat the Giants here in Game 1 of this 4-game series at American Family Field. Potawatomi Sportsbook postgame show here in the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network studios. Tim Allen, Tommy Wortz. We're going to rewind way back, Tommy. Way back to June 1st of 2026.
Okay.
That's just a few hours ago.
Yeah, I gotcha.
I love reading the box score in games like this. Check this out. Started with Christian Yelich, 3 for 5, a couple of RBIs, a walk, and 3 runs scored. You like him in that leadoff spot?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
It seems like the offense feels just a little bit different with him up there.
No, I disagree on that. I think his expectations change. I think the expectations now become get on base. People, feels like a lot of people giving him some leeway on like, we don't need much more pop out of you anymore, Yelich, if you're going to be batting in the leadoff spot.
That's true. After his first AB, he had a really good night. It was a 3-pitch strikeout, his first AB, but 3 for 5 there. Also, Jackson Churio, 2 for 4, 3 RBIs, a couple of walks, and a pair of runs scored. Bryce Terang, 2s across the board, 2 for 2, 2 runs scored, 2 RBIs, and 2 walks.
Yeah, that's
for number 2.
That's a fun stat line. Oh, he is number 2. That's great.
Yeah. Joey Ortiz, 1 for 2 with 2 RBIs. William Contreras, 1 for 4 with a run scored, 2 knocked in. Jake Bauers, 0 for 2, a run scored, but drew 4 walks in the ball game. Andrew Vaughn went 2 for 4 with 2 knocked in. Sal Frelick, 2 for 5, an RBI and a run scored. Luis Rengifo, 2 for 3, 3 runs scored, an RBI and 2 walks. David Hamilton, 3 for 5 with 3 runs scored. And there is your rewind to today, 16-2 victory. We on Thursday, now night games tomorrow, night game on Wednesday, and a day game on Thursday puts us out and about, Tommy Wortz.
Yeah, we're going to be at the Explorium Brew Pub on Thursday. And not only is it going to be the Potawatomi Sportsbook postgame show, but you can come show up in the Deer District at noon, as I'll be doing the leadoff show from noon to 1. You can hang out all the way till 2 o'clock because I'll be on the Mason Crosby show, and Mitch Thundernell is going to join me there from 1 to 2. So I'll be on for 2 hours during the game and before the game. And then as well, Tim Allen going to join me at 4 o'clock and the Potawatomi Sportsbook postgame show from 4 to 6. I will be hanging out at the Explorium Brew Pub the entire day. Actually, you know what? I better check with Sparky. He might need me to come back and make promos in the middle of that because Tim,
he'll call the promo police on you.
Tim, he's listening right now, so he knows. He knows.
Yes.
But yeah, I'm going to be hanging out all day there. I'm sure I'm going to watch the entire Brewer game. I'm going to hang out with Tim. I'm going to hang out with Mitch. And you can come hang out with us at the Explorium Brew Pub in the Deer District on Thursday.
And a little special thing, I'll bring a handful of Tim and Tommy t-shirts.
Oh, okay.
Post-game show shirts to be had there at Explorium Brew Pub, Deer District location. Later on in the week or the next couple of days, we will get you, and we'll talk about this some more, but we will get you the actual address. So you can, a lot of people want the address of the place. Punch it in and just follow that. And get yourself in there. But yeah, if you've got a few hours, maybe you take a later lunch and pop in, have a little eye opener for your afternoon viewing or working.
Is it too late to put Pablo Sanchez on the shirts with us too?
It's a little bit too late.
Oh, okay.
I wish I'd have known that.
That would have been great
if I knew who he was. That's natural though, right? For someone my age. That's what we learned tonight. What have we learned tonight?
That you're old.
Okay.
And that
again,
Pablo Sanchez sparks Brewers rallies.
He does.
And Joey Ortiz is back in your eyes because of a double off a position player.
Well, Rengifo and Joe show tonight.
Rengifo, Joe show. in the faux one faux. Yeah. All right.
All right. Well, we'll see you guys tomorrow night. Tommy Wortz has the leadoff show, getting you ready for game 2. Kyle Harrison on the hill. He's been outstanding. And after the game, Potawatomi Sportsbook post-game show here in the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network studios. Thank you to Pipe Bomb for chiming in.
Yeah, that was awesome
tonight. That was good conversation on the men too, and sounds great. He sounds really good.
Yeah, he didn't lose his fastball after all of this. Sure didn't sound like that.
Not at all. Didn't calm him down whatsoever. Jeez. All right, so that's going to do it for us. You guys have a great night. Brewers once again, the final 16-2, now 36-21 here through the 57 games of the 2026 championship season. For Tommy Wortz, my name is Tim Allen. You guys sure you don't want to join us on Thursday?
Oh, well, it'll be popping.
Tim and Tommy T-shirts up for grabs.
It's going to be lit, as the kids would say, right?
Okay. Now that makes me feel younger. All right, we'll see you tomorrow night. And remember, as always, smile Wisconsin. Bob Uecker is smiling back.
Just smile.